You know, some stories feel like they're etched into the very foundation of history. We're about to dive into one of those. It's a tale that kicks off with a battle inside the womb and ends with a choice over a simple bowl of stew that literally forges the destiny of two entire nations. Let's get right into it.
So let's start with the question that's at the heart of this whole thing. What's a birthright really worth? Now, back then, this was way more than just getting a bigger slice of the inheritance. We're talking about the right to be the spiritual leader, the head of the family, the whole shebang. So, can you even put a price on that? Just keep that question in the back of your mind.
Okay, to really get why this birthright was such a massive deal, we got to go back a step. We have to look at the man who started it all, the patriarch Abraham. He lived to be 175 years old, and his death is what sets this whole dramatic chain of events in motion. So what does he do before he passes? He makes a really critical move. Abraham gives absolutely everything he owns to one son, Isaac. This wasn't just about money or property. It was a super intentional act to make sure there was one single undisputed line for God's blessing to follow. No confusion. But wait, what about his other kids? Well, the sons he had with his other wife and concubines, they got some gifts, for sure. But then they were sent away, all the way to the east. This was a clear message, a physical and spiritual separation to make sure everyone knew who was carrying the main family legacy. And sure enough, after Abraham dies, the divine blessing is officially passed down and confirmed upon Isaac. That's it. The torch has been passed. The legacy and all the immense pressure that comes with it is now squarely on his shoulders. So now the story shifts to Isaac and his wife, Rebecca. But right away, this whole legacy thing hits a major snag. For years and years, they couldn't have children. The continuation of this entire divine line was suddenly in serious doubt. So Isaac pleads with God, and it works. Rebecca finally gets pregnant. But any sense of relief just evaporates. Her pregnancy is incredibly violent. I mean, the children are literally warring with each other inside her womb. It's so bad that she cries out to God in pure desperation, asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And the answer she gets back? Whoa. It is absolutely staggering. This isn't just about two kids. It's a world-shaping prophecy. She's told that two nations are in her womb, destined for rivalry. And then comes the real bombshell, a total reversal of how everything should work. The older son will serve the younger one. So let's break this down. The prophecy basically lays out their entire future before they're even born. They are destined to be rivals. One nation will be stronger, and in a complete flip of tradition, the younger son is going to rule. The stage for a lifetime of conflict is set before they've even taken a single breath. When the time finally comes, the prophecy starts playing out immediately. The first twin is born, and he's different. He's very red and covered in so much thick hair, he almost looked like he was wearing a little fur coat. And you gotta remember, in this culture, names were everything. They were a huge part of your identity. So his appearance directly leads to his name. They call him Esau, which sounds a lot like the Hebrew word for hair. Makes sense, right? But then, right on his brother's heels, literally, something wild happens. As Esau comes out, the second twin emerges right behind him, and his tiny hand is grabbing onto his brother's heel, almost like he was trying to pull him back from the very start. So this second son, he gets the name Jacob. Now, on one level, this is a direct reference to him grabbing the heel. But, and this is huge, the name has a powerful and kind of ominous double meaning. It also sounds just like the word for deceiver. Talk about some serious foreshadowing for the life he's about to lead. As the boys grow up, you can see that prophesied rivalry taking shape in their personalities. I mean, they could not have been more different. Esau grows up to be a skilled hunter, a real man of the outdoors, and he becomes his father's favorite. Jacob, on the other hand, is a quiet guy, prefers to stay close to home, and he's his mother's favorite. The family is basically split right down the middle. Which brings us to the day, the one single, fateful day that changes everything. Jacob is at home, he's cooking some stew. At that same moment, Esau is coming back from a hunt out in the wilderness, and he is completely exhausted, just wiped out. Esau stumbles in, and he is a man driven by one thing and one thing only, his physical appetite. He's not thinking, he's just reacting. He's starving.
And that red stew is the only thing in the world that matters to him in that moment.
And in that one moment of his brother's weakness, Jacob pounces. His response is lightning fast. It's calculated, and it is absolutely jaw-dropping. He says, sure, you can have some stew, but it'll cost you your birthright. And you can just feel Esau's response. It is all about the here and now. The immediate, gnawing pain of hunger completely wipes out any thought of his future, his legacy, his inheritance. He's basically thinking, what good is a birthright if I'm dead? But Jacob isn't just going to take his word for it. Oh no, he knows this has to be ironclad. He presses his advantage and demands a sworn oath right then and there to make this deal official and unbreakable. And just like that, it's done. Esau swears the oath. Jacob hands him some bread and the lentil stew. And Esau, he eats, he drinks, gets up, and just leaves. He shows total contempt for the sacred, priceless inheritance he just traded away for a quick meal. The deal is sealed. Which leaves us wrestling with this huge question at the end. I mean, with a prophecy that foretold all of this from the very beginning, was this moment just destiny playing itself out? Or did it all come down to a very human choice? One man's impulsive hunger and another man's calculating ambition. What do you think?